In this final introductory video, we're going to talk about how many diamonds are waiting for your discovery. In other words, how many ideas are waiting to be uncovered that are worth something to you or your team. Many people don't realize that you don't have to look very far for ideas or diamonds that can achieve excellent results. However, by the end of my program, you're going to have a clear understanding that excellent results are a lot closer than you think. Now we're going to demonstrate this by starting off with a short story. This is a true story that takes place during the time they first discovered diamonds in South Africa back in the late 1800s. Back then, the newspapers had a lot of articles about people who became wealthy by discovering diamonds. So one day a farmer who'd been reading them regularly decides he wants to become wealthy as well. So he up and sells his farm to go look for diamonds. Now he searches the rest of his life, but sadly he never finds his riches, and he dies penniless. In the meantime, the farmer who purchased the farm from this poor fellow has a visitor who notices a rock on the mantel above the fireplace. The visitor picks up the rock and hefts it in the air, and then he almost falls over. He asks the farmer if he knows what he has here, and the farmer says, "No, but there's plenty more sprinkled generously in the stream bed of my farm." What the farmer had was the largest diamond found up to that point in time. The sad part of the story is the original farmer had the riches he was looking for in his own backyard all the time. And of course, the moral of the story is that before we go looking for riches elsewhere, let's search our own backyard first to see if there's any diamonds waiting for discovery. Now, I'm quite confident if you started to search for ideas or diamonds that can improve your business or your personal life, you'd quickly find some. In other words, your stream bed is also generously sprinkled with diamonds waiting to be discovered. And I'd venture to say that you probably already know where to look for those diamonds. In other words, most of us know what we need to do to improve our businesses or our personal lives. Now, the diamonds we discover in our streams have a major advantage over the ones we discover in nature. You see, when we discover a quarter-carat diamond in nature, it's always going to be a quarter-carat diamond. But if we discover an idea that's worth a quarter-carat diamond, we can grow that idea into a 100-carat diamond. You see, if that idea is repeatable, every time we use it, we get compensated the value of a quarter-carat diamond. So if we use that idea 400 times in a year, it becomes a 100-carat diamond. Now, you may discover an idea that saves you or earns you $5 each time you use it. This doesn't seem like much. However, if you have an opportunity to use it 30 times in a month, it becomes a $150 idea. If you can use that idea for a whole year, it becomes an $1,800 idea. Now, if you can discover 5 of these ideas in your business or in your personal life, all of a sudden you've mined yourself $9,000 worth of ideas or diamonds. Now, don't discount these $5 ideas or diamonds, because in nature the small diamonds are very abundant. The same applies to the $5 ideas. They're extremely abundant in our organizations and in our lives. However, remember, we can grow these $5 ideas into much bigger diamonds. Now, this principle doesn't just apply to money. It applies to other areas as well. For example, let's say you'd like to shed some weight, so you come up with an idea that's going to help you do that. If you carry that idea out only one day, it's only worth the loss of a few calories or kilojoules to you. However, if you carry that idea out for a few months, it's worth the loss of a few pounds or kilograms to you. However, in order to grow our diamonds, we need to do one important thing. We need to keep our detectors on. Because we know now that it's a fundamental law of nature that if a detector is on, the electrons hit the target where we expect them to. The same applies to our ideas. If we keep our detectors on and think about the ideas regularly, the odds of us carrying out those ideas and hitting our target goes up dramatically. However, if we don't keep our detectors on and don't think about the ideas regularly, the odds of us carrying out that diamond of an idea, enough times for it to become a significant benefit, goes down drastically. This is just a fundamental law of nature. Now, this is where many businesses and people fall short. They don't realize that this is a fundamental law of nature that can't be sidestepped or fooled. If you keep your detectors on, your results improve. Turn your detectors off, your results get worse. As the saying goes, you can't fool Mother Nature. As you continue with the Natural Management Program, you're going to learn about a simple formula that helps keep your detectors on long enough so you can gain the full benefit of your ideas or your diamonds. And remember, this is a formula you already use and already affects many parts of your life. Well, you've made it this far, so it's time for you to decide if you want to grow your own diamonds. So why not step into your backyard and search your stream and see if you can find a few? As I said earlier, you probably already know where to look. Now, after you find a few, don't worry about how big they are, because as you know now, we can grow our own diamonds. After you find a few that can improve your business or your personal life, it really doesn't matter. I'd like you to think about the thought of their implementation. Now, if you get a little bit emotional about the thought of implementing those ideas, you're already halfway there. The next step is simple. take a little bit of time to learn about a simple leadership formula that'll have you leading yourself and your team to achieve some tremendous results. Thank you very much for watching my videos, and if you decide to step through this door, I look forward to seeing you on the other side.